As you can see from the highlighted ones, these are our major expenses, which include selling expenses, working capital, franchisee sales expenses, other expenses. These contribute more than 50% of our expenses. Now let me show you the total 5-year projection of our financial data. This is a financial projection which includes revenue, expenses, EBITDA. As you can see from the picture, it's clearly highlighted. We start earning profit from the year 3, and by the end of year 5, we are close to $4 million. Now let me ask you a question. As an investor, your first question will be, why should I trust you? Why should I invest in your company? What's in for me? What's my benefit? And I'm an international student. In America, I have learned some good problems like this type. Show me the money. So here is what your investment is. As you can see, based on your capital injection of $1.5 million over a period of 5 years, you can see your internal rate of return is 41%, and if you count it in dollar value, it's $5.2 million. We have used different cash flow multipliers, as you can see, from 5 to 10, and we have taken a median as 7, which is a very conservative approach. Now I have shown you the return of investment. Now let me show you how you would get back your money. This is the exit strategy which we have planned to use, which includes private equity acquisition, which includes venture capital, merchant banking, IPOs, pension, alliance and partnership. But what our management prefers? Our management prefers alliance and partnership with franchising consortium like Home Depot, Service Brand, Wire Group. Currently, we are in talks with Service Brand and Wire Group. Once we sell 20 to 25 franchisees, the talk will be taken seriously. Now let me hand it over to my colleague, Mr. Leland. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard from my colleagues and myself. We have a viable concept. We proved the market with our first franchise sold in Lancaster, when we had it come in the Bahamas. The 20 to 25 inquiries we're getting per month, and there is only one national competitor. And for that investment, we have a skeletal strategic plan and a skeletal system. Excuse me. I was coming from Philadelphia. We came on a flight from Philadelphia. It was fitting I saw McDonald's in the industry. 1-800 got jumped. And in writing, black and white, he says, we have no competition, no large competitors anywhere. With your $1.5 million capital injection, we give them competition in the next 5 years, everywhere. Like I said, Barry Dog Holland, thank you, and have a jump-free day.
Just want to ask you a couple questions about the plan itself. Can you explain to us a little bit? We obviously are familiar with lots of different forms of franchises, just as retail consumers. This one is maybe a little bit counterintuitive. If I were to buy a McDonald's franchise, for example, I know pretty much what I get. Well-established brand, equipment, setup, the manual, everything like that. What exactly is a customer getting when they buy a Dirty Dog franchise?
The Dirty Dog Holland franchise, you get the 5 days training, the vehicle, your marketing material. We help you out with grand opening advertising over 3 months, and the support, the ongoing support, the hats, the uniforms, the branding, call tracker. Like we get the call center, so the whole call center comes along with the package. It is kind of strange because there's no real estate. So you have this truck that park on the major highways, but real estate is usually one of the highest costs you have with franchising or buying a franchise. So we say in our franchise seminars, this is a no real estate, no inventory, low receivable opportunity. There's no cutting up tomatoes, lettuce, mopping the floors. You clean your truck and you run that truck around, you have to park on major highways. So it is very simplistic. A truck, uniform, trash can, sledgehammer, and going out there with customer service.
And so who owns the truck?
They own the truck. I mean, they lease the truck from GMAC. We have an agreement with GMAC.
They said they lease from GMAC. And so over here, there's 25 is pure fee to you, and these other expenses are expenses that the franchise franchisee would incur, but essentially pass through.
Correct. We have vendors that we align, like our tier 1 vendors, because it's better for us to buy the package than have you go out there and buy your own. So we have to outline, this is part of UFOC, the Federal Trade Commission requires you to have your high and low prices for the consumer, because if you don't let them know the Uniform Franchise Offering Circular, you must disclose in item 7 what's your initial investment.
Last question along these. How do you guys then protect your franchise value, protect the brand, and to what extent are you going to be monitoring people to make sure that they're not doing things that are harmful to the dirty dollar?
Every franchisee has a $2 million policy that covers us as second insured. We're hoping we bring on those right. I mean, we don't just give franchises away. We award franchises. So you may have someone come in that has the money that fit into our core values. We want to evaluate it. We know your first 5 franchises make or break you. And if you don't do it the right way, we turn some franchises away that were possibly qualified but not really fitting into our core values. So that's how we really protect the screening process. That's where franchise greenhouse comes into place. They assigned over 1,800 franchisees over the last 10 years, and they help to really review the prospect before they even come into our in-person training.
I want to follow up on Mr. Williams' question because I didn't quite understand the issue of quality assurance. And simplest example that at least I understand is the knowledge of types of experience from all the franchises. And the franchise agreement has the right to come in and do their version of audits, make recommendations about the conditions of homes, et cetera. Here you have a truck. And again, probably this is the reason, but just a little more about what rights do you have, what you anticipate to make sure that the brand represents what you want to do.
We have ongoing field consulting. We do go out to our franchise location at least 3 times per year. I'm going to Lancaster on Tuesday to make sure the truck's clean. It's a spot check. We can go stop at any time as part of our franchise agreement. You can stop in and say, hey, we're here for a random check. Truck, uniforms. You have magnets in your cars, pens. You have yard signs. We have to put yard signs in people's yards when we get done doing the job because it's a good upsell. So we do have a checklist that we go out to the field and walk them through. Because you're right, we got to protect our brand at all costs. Not protect the brand. It represents the whole dirty dog on the system. You see what happens with Cheat Cheese and other franchises, and one franchisee can dominate the whole system. We recognize that. We put a lot of money in this. We don't want to lose the opportunities we have here. But we know we're not, unsavvy franchisees.
And to add on to what Cody just said, this is part of the reason why our growth plan for the first 2 years includes takeout around Pennsylvania and Delaware in a radius of about 2 hours. So we can have the possibility to access at any time, like you just mentioned, and to make sure everything is done according to the uniform standard that we set according to our core values and all the standards that we set.
Talk to me a little bit about the benefits of franchisees from a financial standpoint, including pricing, drops off. What's the financial benefits to the franchise?
As far as the money they'll make,
Right.
or
I know you can't disclose that in the UFOC.
Right.
Have you done any projections to understand, ultimately if I put in $25,000 and get 8%, what do I stand with me?
it all depends on how you scale. Some people take it as a part-time. They're non-owner operators. We went owner operators. Some people want to come as non-owner operators. It depends on how people scale. With one truck, you're buying a job. We understand that. We got to always review. If it's somebody in DC that wants to go 10 trucks wide versus somebody who wants to go 2 trucks wide, we're going with the person that has the financial savvy to do that, because this buying one truck is going to increase your income. It all depends on how big your market is too.